Kim, she's looking for any imperfections in the gel coat. In all the areas where we did our mill check, she's going to repair all those areas. She's going to look for any areas that might be thin, and she's going to go back and back gel those areas so that we get the proper thickness of gel coat. It's real critical that this step be perfect. Here's another step that most boat companies don't do. We take the extra step to soften these radiuses with a fillet putty. This allows that glass to roll over these areas and ensure that you won't have an air bubble and a blemish later. This gel coat, this is the side that you don't see. The side against the mold is the surface that you see, but it's only eggshell thick. We want to make sure that the glass gets tight up against this area. We soften these radiuses that are tight. The glass is kind of hard to stay into. It's another step to ensure that 10 years from down the road, you won't have little blemishes coming back later. We've gel coated and put our filler in, and we're getting ready to do the skin coat on the boat. And this, when he puts this glass on, this putty that we put in, that'll soften that radius. Make sure that glass gets able to roll down and gets a real tight finish so we won't have an air bubble later, have that eggshell finish get cracked. And it's important that this skin coat be done as soon as the gel coat dries. As soon as that gel coat area is dry enough that you can touch it with your hand, we come on back with this skin coat to make sure that we get a really good chemical bond as well as a mechanical bond. You know, that ensures that we don't have blisters later on. And we'll roll this down tight with these bubble rollers and make sure that the resin and glass and hardener is down tight to that gel coat finish. Remember, the gel coat was the first layer we put on, and it's only eggshell thickness. So this glass has to reinforce it up tight against her. That eggshell finish will crack. Well, here's the skin coat process on the hull. The hull's done inside out, got the mold with the gel coat on it. It's been checked for any imperfections, and now we're putting our first layer of glass on it. Now this is a replacement of what used to be done a hand laying. Just the mats put on with this gun, the resin, glass, hardener all coming out at the same time. When you're putting a chop in there, you don't have to break down the binders of a hand lathe. This is the same material that's done as hand laying, but you just have to make sure you have an operator that can put it on evenly. By putting a chop on, you don't have the binders to break down that you have to do in a hand laying material, and you can get a better resin glass ratio because you're not trying to over wet the mat to break down the binders.